れなるはポルカ。さしたる得意はございませんが、昔々のおとぎ話の類には通ずるといささか自負しております。さて、リアルと呼ばれるこの地にも古より伝わるおとぎ話が数多くございます。はるかなる昔、リアルは多くの強大なる神々が住まうまことに栄えた地でございました。やがて起こりましたのが神々の戦い。
Nothing really special with that login bonus. Nothing good. Whole bunch of garbage. I kind of glanced at the gacha changes and shit, but I haven't really looked at it too much. Duel ends in 12 hours and 43 minutes. I'll get that timer going. about to go ape shit on that guy. That doesn't fucking matter because it's fucking 10k rating. Just eats it all. Alright, shut up. So, upgrade pack that isn't worth. You got the Super Bargain Anima pack, which I haven't gone through and looked at what each character is and all that. Which, I mean, it might be worth it, who fucking knows, but. They had more swimsuits. No. All looks the same to me. So yeah. And you go into loot boxes. So you got 5-star equipment guaranteed loot. So, I mean, I'm not using any of those 5s, but that's what it is. One time only. You get one of the selected heroes guaranteed. I haven't looked these guys up yet, but you have to Orc Royal Bodyguards, so it'll be easy to look them up since they're under Orc. Box details. Orc. Search. Alright, so the first guy on the left, he's an 8.0 garbage piece of trash. attacker. He's okay in duel, but garbage in story, meh in a raid. The next guy up is an 8.5 garbage piece of trash. He's BDA, so again, not good. He's a tank, by the way. And then the third one is a 9.5, very good character, AAS. Pull her up. I thought she wasn't available. Let me look. Yeah, the only way to get is to do a gacha of this character. Yep. So basically, if you pull her, you're happy because it's a good character. The other two are blah. You got a 1 in 3 chance of pulling the good character. The other two are trash. Yep. It's just like the Emily boxes, basically. So let's see if how my fucking shit is today. Do I get the good character, or do once again I basically fall behind again? Yep, garbage again. Big shocker. Fucking done with this game. I really am. I ain't spending fucking money on this shit. So, not shocking. And that was what was gonna decide this, in all honesty, was I'm not gonna fall behind with another fucking character, so no chance. Alright, then you got that to give you another chance at her as you go through. That's about it. I got the worst character out of the three. There's an 8, an 8.5, and a 9.5, and I got the 8. Might as well get the 5-star equipment box since I don't give a fuck. Alright, I got 5-star equipment for the orc, which I believe was the worst thing you could get there too. I could look, but I'm not 90% sure. Oh, my fucking RNG is amazing. Orc. I mean, she's a 9.0. She's not horrible. I don't use her. And then the guy that I pulled, I don't think it's that guy. Yeah, where are you? I mean, if it's the guy that I'm looking at, then he's absolute trash. He's a 7.5, one of the worst players in the game, but it doesn't seem like it's that guy. Could be wrong, because it does have the same hair and stuff, but I'll look here in a bit. I need to find this guy. He is a magician. Gorgogo. Oh, yes. Yeah, he's an 8.0. He's trash. Big shocker. So basically, what I got today was nothing. Guaranteed fucking 5-star equipment? Meh. Guaranteed fucking character? Meh. I'm used to it. I should be used to it, but that doesn't mean it's any more fucking annoying. But whatever. Just pushes me towards the fucking beta today. It's fine. I'm cool with that. Do your dailies, get the fuck off shit. Works for me. This event actually first matters, but I don't care anyways. I already said how this was gonna go. You got a guarantee. You have a box that you can only get the character in the gachas. It's a 9.5 character. Very good across the fucking board. And the ability to get its 5-star weapons. So, pull away whales. You've got this. This game's gonna get so fucking picked apart. Yeah. Like, I've kept the kid gloves on. I bitch and complain here and there, but I've kept the kid gloves on. There's no doubt about that. I'm being nice. But when you log in, they didn't even fucking fix anything as well. But throughout the next gacha, ooh boy. Especially when the fucking updates are already there. They already have all the updates we need. Every single patch that we need, they already have on the other servers. They're not even bothering to bring them over. That is crazy. Just fucking crazy that they just don't give a fuck about us. As a fucking group, they don't give a fuck about us. I can't believe I just got 2 4-stars that are fucking useless. What a fucking waste. Thanks, game. Anyhow, I got dailies to do. It's fucking nuts. One in 3 chance to get the good character. Will you get it? Dude I drew, by the way, is Ruby Wind 8.0 attacker, CBA. You have to have his 5-star weapons to even make him viable. As an attacker, the firepower of normal skills is modest and the range is short. In addition, since the attack is 3 times, the amount of damage will be reduced if it is stopped halfway. Doesn't have any special effect on it. Basically, he's just a dual character. Be okay for the fucking event, I guess. The dual event. That's about it. After that, you probably never use him again. That's it. Star again. Yeah, they did some damage to him, though. At least you see the bar moved. Alright. I guess I can go read the fucking mage I got too, even though I don't give a fuck. Would have completely, you know, would have changed me around if I would have pulled the good one in the 1 in 3 chance, but pulling the shitty one is just typical and don't give a fuck. That's the chick I just got her stuff for, but I don't even know. What Evo she is? Nothing. I mean, she's a 9.0. She's not horrible, but she's an Evo 1. She's a buffer that relies on her 5-star weapons before she becomes useful, and I don't know if that's even the one that is good, you know? Because I can't expect it. Yeah, I'll be able to tell by the ability enhancement, wherever the hell it is. There it is. So, I don't even know what that did, because that already did that. So probably not. It's probably the main hand, of course. Alright, yeah. Fucking team. And then the shitty ass mage I got. Let's see why he's horrible. I think I'd be used to it, but I'm not. The only good thing about him is he's a dark magician, so the enemy's light. I mean, he's kind of like the dude that sections things in a way. So he has no effect on his skills, is one of his main downgrades, and the other is that he has short range. So yeah, it's just a dark glass cannon mage that doesn't do all that much damage. Haha, it wasn't close enough to buff him. Yep. And he's got a... Oh, his resurrection skill is to revive himself. I get it. I was gonna say, resurrection, that sounds awesome. Too fast with that all of a sudden. $220, that puts me back in third. Wow, looks like Velvet and Jen just stayed up all fucking night. Poor guys. They wanted to make sure they were gonna stay in the top 3, I guess. Get that extra bag. If I had RNG. It wouldn't be so bad, but not having any RNG makes it a hell of a lot harder to stick with it. Alright, let's do the hero trial. Get that out of the way. Let me go. That's the legendary some people were hoping for. That's really gonna have a problem with one. That tank is just standing there. Whatever. I don't care. I can pretend like I care, but I really don't. You never know. If I stick with polling and doing some dailies here and there, and there's not anything hugely important that's going to be out for a while. I mean, yeah, I'm going to do this beta starting today for a while and kind of log in, do my dailies, and move on. But that's not like I have anything better to do on the game besides Coliseums over and over and over again for a little bit more rewards, which isn't important, let's face it. I can pretend like it's important, but it's just not. Alright. 21 minutes left in that. And then if something changes and they actually, I don't know, make it good for grinders and not just pay to wins, that's all good. I get it, it's a phone game, you know, but they'll make their money. And people will have fun playing it. I mean, I've put a lot of hours into it. When you think about games that I've spent $100 on, I spent zero on this, but I've spent $100 on games that I've put less time in than this, you know? If I can pre-order a certain edition and get in there and you're not putting hundreds of hours into it. So I can't complain that I've already got good time out of it. It's fun till you hit that wall. And then once you hit that wall and you realize you're just either waiting, doing dailies, or pay to advancing, I'll pass. She's what it is. She is. She's a straight up buffer, no heals, no nothing. She's a 9.0 with 2 5-star weapons. I got 1, so until she has that other one, she's meh. Yeah, the 2 4-stars that I got are trash, so that's just not even worth my time. They're 4 stars, so they would put out some damage, you know. Don't get me wrong, because they're 4 stars. Especially Dark Guy, just as a counter to Emily and the tank. As far as duels, but both of them are basically decent in duels and garbage and everything else. That's the thing. And I've already got wind for duel, so I'm not worried about another wind in duels. His revive thing is kind of interesting. If he has it in this game, I don't think he does. He doesn't. Yeah. So we don't even have the update to his skills yet. That's another thing, is that we don't have things. That's insane. That's seriously fucking insane. So he's even more useless. He's probably like a 7. I wonder how many characters we're misjudging just because they don't have their updated skills yet. We're judging off of the JP shit, and this guy gets a revive, so that way when he dies, he can just res. And that's what makes him kind of viable. Still only like an 8 or 8.5, but at least he's a dark magician when you need somebody to stay back and pound a light character, light boss down. So he could be situationally decent, but nope. That's funny. Well, I would like to go see if that shit's up yet. Don't know if it is or not. There's 5 broadcasts up of it, but it looks like they're all just waiting at the title screen. Yep, the beta's not up yet anyways. Boop boop boop. Daily wise, there's not a huge amount that's all that important. I can do golden XP dungeon, but it's not like it's hugely important to do. You're not getting any big bonus. Duel is important if you. I'm just not up at that time typically, except for on weekends, and I can do the fuck out of them. I could change my sleeping schedule around and not be up with my daughter or some shit. That ain't happening. He is what it is. The last gasp of me playing the game, really. Unless something changes. Because there's just nothing to do besides event shit for a free-to-play player. Get what you can. This chat bug is so annoying. you're just waiting for fucking ones to pop up that are level 2s. Like I said, I could do a fucking XP one, I guess, but it's not all that important. Man, I will say, with the way it's set up and the walls that are in place, if you're a free-to-play player and you're really going to stick with this for years, you'll catch up in years. Possibly. Like if you're saving up just for legendary gotchas, though something you can't get in-game, you have a 1% chance. Eventually, you'd think you'd pull one, right? But as far as rating this MMO, because that's what it's defined as, is an MMO, it's the second worst MMO on PlayStation. By far. Definitely. Yeah. Maybe third worst. I would put it like right there next to Skyforge. Let's put it that way. You could pick and choose which one you want to put in first. Alright, those two MMOs are like neck and neck. I mean, Star Trek Online's always going to be last in my eyes. But you're going to put Skyforge in this game neck and neck as far as MMOs go. Because they're both pay to win garbage. But you can get some time out of them. You'll enjoy it for the first few weeks, month, whatever. If you're a casual, you'll enjoy it a lot longer. See, I view things from the eyes of a hardcore player. That's the problem. Alright, characters. But if I get the MMO itch, and this one doesn't improve in time, maybe I will pick up Black Desert. I played the beta. It was okay. It's not really, it's not really my type of MMO. I'm more about, like, this isn't really my type of MMO in a way, too. I like to group up, party up, and do dungeons. You know, classic healer, control, DPS type of thing. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. I need a XP dungeon one, so something like that. But that's the wrong leader. There for a brief second, I was like, maybe I will just, you know, level up the dark guy, really stick with it. I mean, the resurrection skill is really useful. In case he goes down, he can just pick himself back up. That's an awesome little thing to help the tank out when shit just hits the fan. And he's a dark thing, so it'll be good against light, which is awesome. And then you look in there, and that's not even updated. So, rip. Another dagger in the coffin. Login rewards are trash. They didn't end up coming through with giving people the login rewards that the JP server got, which is a huge disappointment. They didn't come out with a patch to fix any of the bugs. That's a huge disappointment. There's gonna be some happy people today, though. If you draw that shooter, you're in a good mood because that's a great character, fantastic character, no lie. And the only way to get her is through gotchas. So once you have her, you've got a great character that is good across the board. That's gonna help you a lot. A lot like Emily, except for, well, no, I'd a lot like Emily. I mean, the only difference is that you can only get her shit from gotchas, but and Emily, you're supposed to be able to get through the game. But still, a fantastic character. I didn't get lucky. I didn't expect to get lucky. That is what it is. That's fine. I don't know anybody else really playing 20 hours a day, sleep for 20 hours a day, non-stop with this game since launch. So I am the most meh out of everyone. But if I was a rich dude, oh fuck, I'd be having a blast. Or if I pulled Emily on the first one, I'd be having a blast still. Or if I pulled that legendary here, or whatever the hell you want to call it, I'd be having a blast here. Instead, I'm bitching and moaning and ready to do that fucking, I cannot believe there's a bunch of people sitting in that Ghost Recon beta title screen just waiting on it to pop, by the way. It's hilarious. There's a couple people streaming it too. A handful of them. I don't know when it's gonna pop up, but if they don't know, that's even more funny. If they're gonna, if they're waiting all day, that would be hilarious. A lot of this game is just gonna be, do you have a group of friends to entertain you as well? I was having more fun when it was, you know, me and Joe DeHeck and L and what was the other guy's name? We had a couple, Lot, and it was like 4 or 5 people that come to the chat. That was a good time. Just hanging out, shooting the shit, running our mouths. But that's any game, really. The determining factor of whether you play, that I play a game for extended periods is typically that. How entertained are you with the people you're playing with? When the stream gets quiet and there's an average during prime time of only 10 to 20 people in there, just kind of chilling, playing the game, and the chats are quiet, fuck, I'm done. I don't care what game it is. I don't care if I would love it to death. I can't say that. I guess if I love it to death, I'm going to still play it. Because you're not bored if you love it. I just have nothing to do. I'd like to re-roll right now. That'd be awesome. I'd probably have more fun re-rolling over and over and over again. Go for the archer chick. Work on the fucking 5-star all over again. That would be fun to me. I know it's possible to re-roll. I'm guessing because it's the data is saved on your side, not their side. That would be interesting. I might look into that. Because that would get me interested in the game again. If I can re-roll, go for that fucking archer. I don't know if that the two 5-star weapon packs tickets might not be there anymore. And there's still a ticket section. But I think the event ended for it. If I'm being honest. Yeah, I think you get that archer, you can get 20 of her shit right there. Kind of bump it off a little bit, you know, save you some time. Probably worth a 3K to get that 20. Maybe not, but yeah, I don't know because it would be in here, the launch shit, and I don't see the. I don't know. I don't know if it's still in there or not. Seems like it'd be gone. So it probably wouldn't be worth re-rolling. Because I want to be able to pick up the two 5-star weapons for the tank. Plus the 200 to 300 hours worth of play I put in. Well, what the hell do I do now? Try to find another level 2 raid. Do another Coliseum. Wait for the beta to come up. Why does challenge raid boss always show up, by the way? I'm not sure I get that. I don't really watch the world chat ever, but I've noticed that a couple times. I don't know how often it comes up, but it says it's ongoing, but it's not up yet. Oh, maybe it is. Shit. Of course, I ran all the way over here for level 1. I think that's going to be the main issue a lot of these kids are going to have that are playing the game right now. Right now, you got a lot of people going and then they're just trusting the JP website as face value, and they're trusting the JP player's advice just at face value, and they're like, that's gold, that's what I'm doing, that's what I'm going for. What they don't understand is that the JP game has been out for what, 2 years? I believe it's 2 years now, okay? They, in the last year alone, have gotten the majority of their balance updates, okay? The majority of them. Like, not like a little bit. But, let me stretch out here for a second, though. But the majority of them came recently. Like, in the last, let's say, last 6 months. That's when they got the majority of their balancing updates. And you notice, this version is following a path. They're not jumping us forward with patches. They've had plenty of opportunities to. They could have jumped us forward right now and gave us a lot of bug fixes that are already in the JP version, like I've said. They could have gave us the balancing adjustments. But if you're smart enough to look at the JP version, which I've already argued with them and got banned from their chat after asking to be banned. But because they don't believe you, you know. You're playing on the NA version, they don't believe that, you know. I'm not going to argue that, but either way. If all these people that are taking it as gold, they might really regret it. If you're not planning on playing this game for 2 years, every day, ain't fucking me. No fucking way. If it was a phone game, maybe. I don't mind logging into phone games daily and doing quests, but on the PlayStation, I've never logged into a game daily for 2 years. Ever. Not on PlayStation. Not even PlayStation 2. SOCOM, I guess, probably. But then it was different games, so even then, it wasn't one game. SOCOM 2, SOCOM 3, so I was changing games. Combined this all that shit. But, yeah, they're taking it as gold, and it's biting them in the ass. That's the thing. You can pretend, or you can just justify it in your head, like, X character. Here, I'll just pull up a random character, right? I'll pull up the character that we just got. Alright. Just as an example. Not every single character, by the way. See, that's the thing. We don't know. All we have is information-wise is what's on the JP website. All we know is their last patches, which is within the 6-month span. That would have been... Well, major patch for this character was... Character I'm going to show here in a second. Was 618. Yeah. That would be... We'll pull her up. Here we go. We'll pull him up first, okay? So, here's the difference between JP version and trusting their shit is gold and the US version. Alright, just taking this character, which we have no idea what their rating is before this patch and after this patch. The only thing we know is after. So on the JP version, as far as at 618, which I don't know if that's June 18th or if that is June of 2018. You don't know. You can't tell that. It's a translation. You just gotta roll with it. There's a balance adjustments list that I can bring up that shows all characters that got adjusted at that time. But this character right here, my guess would be is rated a lot lower right now for our version than it is in the JP version. And it's still not rated that high in the JP version, but that's besides the point. He's missing a fucking skill. Let's put it that way. They gave him a balancing adjustment to make him more usable because he's a dark mage and there's so many OP light characters. So they gave him a skill called Resurrection, where basically if he dies during a fight, he'll revive after a little bit. I don't know how many seconds it is or anything like that because I can't see the fucking skill. But he doesn't have that passive. It's not here. It's missing because they didn't even bother to update the skills for us. They claim that we, in some ways, caught him, but the only thing we are on the same cycle with right now is events, the gotcha boxes. That's it. That's all we're getting. Now, let me pull that up real quick. This was updated June 13th, 2019. So my guess is, yeah. So that means this was on the 18th, not 2018. So this is just recent, and we're not going to get this. We don't know when we're going to get this. This update could be, they could plan to say, okay, here's what we're going to do for the updates. We're going to wait, and we're going to dice it out and upgrade the characters just like we did on the JP version. We don't know that. They could easily do that. There's a very, very good chance that'll happen. It's not the first game to do that, to leech out content and updates and balances. Otherwise, they'd just give us all the patches. They'd give us the fixes for the shit that's broken. But they're not. But I'll go for it anyways. Let me see. Holy shit. Here's a list of just the last patch of characters that have been adjusted massively. Dylan, Odysseia, Gazer, Zonelli, Rocco, Gallus, Rufus, Alfaro, Gargoga, Sankaka. Go on and on and on and on. And these are bad translations, so it might not be those characters, but I mean, holy shit. So Zonelli got better. So the summoner guy that everybody's been drawing actually has a lower rating than what he has on the website. You can take it as it is and just say, okay, well, if I'm playing 2 years from now or a month from now or a year from now or whenever the fuck they decide to do the updates for us. But if they follow the line, the same exact line as the JP version, that means we will not get these updates for 2 years. We will not get these balancing for 2 years. So Zonelli, the person that everybody's been drawing, the summoner dude, he's worse for us than the JP version by a lot. Gazer, worse for us. Little pink-haired chick, worse for us. The old guy, worse for us. Rufus, he's the dude with the black hair that covers one of his eyes. He got a huge buff. So he's worse for us. All these are buffs, by the way. They're buffing all these fucking characters. They're not nerfing them. And this isn't the only update. You know what I mean? There's a lot of updates that we just do not have. Like, let's pull up some of the characters everybody's using. Like, we all like this character and that character and etc., but a lot of them are nerfed or buffed in the future. You can pull it up and look at it and see exactly what I mean, but it's a little insane. Gotta love it. You can warn people all you want, but till you're blue in the face. But honestly, it just turns into fucking arguments. And that's what I'm saying. Every time I brought it up, not to, you know, believe it is gold as far as these fucking JP players you run in their fucking mouth about this character's horrible, this character's good, this character's useless outside the event, this character's great. No! We have none of those balancing adjustments. Period. And they're looking at the same website we are, because not a single one of them is the best on the JP server. They're all average fucking bums that had to learn from the JP players because they don't speak the fucking language. And I tried not to argue with them. Don't get me wrong. I didn't argue with them. Every single time it would start to go into a fucking argument, I'd just drop it. I'd be like, whatever. Delete all my fucking messages out of their little Discord and leave. Because I didn't care. It's not worth the time. Speaking of not worth the time, what the fuck am I doing? What dailies do I have to do, really? Like, do some more Coliseum. That just refreshed. Here's another thing, by the way. The tank that we all are switching to go to, which yes, you should go to her anyways, she becomes better in an update. So this human tank that we're all using isn't as good as it should be. Not even close. A lot of the characters, if you just look at them, when you're looking on that website, they have updates we don't have. Fuck. So basically, let me read that real quick. In one of the updates, the propagation effect time is hugely extended, alright, to 35 seconds, even at skill level 1. At level 1, the provoke that the tank gets, and I'm just giving examples of different characters. You can pull up any fucking character you want if you pay enough attention, and I pointed this out 2 fucking weeks ago. And people just argued with me, and it's like, no. You can look right at your skills, and then the skills down here, and notice that they're fucking different. As you just saw, I'm missing an entire skill on that character. Because it's just not there. Yeah, so that'll be increased 35 seconds onto that. At skill level 1. This isn't even level 1. And mine's only at 38 seconds at level 3. Think about that. It's fucking crazy. And there's just examples of that for every single character. Pretty much. Everyone I've looked at so far, I've started comparing, has had an update. And most of them are buffs. Acid. Reflux. Ugh. What are you talking about? It says fucking 2 minutes right on it, you fucking bitch. You liar. Or maybe I already did it. That could make sense, huh? Let's pull up another character real quick. Let's do Lena. Lena's a popular character. I wouldn't think they would have needed to do anything to Lena, but we'll look anyways. Not that they need to do anything to the tank, really. I mean, I guess I get the provoke thing, because I have noticed the provoke drop a bit earlier than I would like. Oh, here you go. So, Lena's active skill has the effect of blowing off enemies, which was difficult to use, but was changed to knock up in version 1.90. As it is now possible to shoot active skills almost without destroying enemy lines. So instead of throwing, I see, it just, I see. So the real question is figuring out where we're at version-wise. Because you know we're not up to the most recent version of updates. How far back are we? My guess would be somewhere around 1.8, 1.9. But that's just a guess. I don't like guessing. I mean, nothing in here says knock up. So, yeah. Because apparently at some point, she gets the added effect to this skill of pushing people away. And then after that, they decided, no, we don't want that effect on there. And they took that effect off, and they added the increased effect of knock up. So it throws people up in the air. They didn't like to push away because it was annoying for the tanks, so they added a knock up. That's a level 1. No, thank you. Kind of sick of this chat bug. Sick of a lot of things though. Solo never got buffed. It looks like. Not seeing any add-ons to its shit. Which isn't a surprise. She just kind of is what she is. You like her, you love her. She does her thing. Ooh, I bet you this guy got a buff. Damn, look at it. I bet it. Because to me, he seems average as fuck. That's hilarious. There's so many characters, if you go through, they got buffed through patches, and you just look at them and you're like, okay, that's why he's not doing. That's why she's not doing. That's why, oh, okay. Something else I want to look up. And that puts me back in the third. God forbid. And then you got a troll in the other fucking chat now trying to bait me into talking to him, which isn't gonna happen. So that's the thing, is that I have absolutely no interest in entertaining kids that are bored simply because they're bored. That's why I left the other fucking Discord. Well, I left saying ban me, and they're like, no, why? And it's like, I'll tell you exactly why, because you're a waste of fucking time. Like, you don't actually help people. You just run your mouth trying to get people to entertain you, baiting them into fights because you have nothing to do. And the other chats turn the same way, like that little garbage gin kid that just wants to waste my time. You can see, I see blocked message after every comment I make. Like, when I'm legitimately helping kids that don't know about the JP site, and I post a link and say, okay, but you got to keep in mind, they're different. Our version and their version is different, so you're going to have different results, which I just showed you guys on the stream. The characters are just different. You have skills, they have skills we don't. That's what makes them the rating they are. I'm not even going to read the messages he's putting behind my messages because I just don't even want to entertain him. But I'm sure it's some garbage that doesn't matter and is a bait to try to get you to talk to him and engage with him and get him to go back and forth, and that's just not worth my time. I could care less. Alright, one second. Let me check and see if the Ghost Recon beta has popped off yet. Still only 5 streams going on, and it looks like they're all still sitting at the title screen. Hundreds of people watching this kid sit at the title screen. What the fuck? The beta starts in 1 hour. Okay. And he's just sitting there. He actually just said that. Like, beta starts in 1 hour. Yet they're all just sitting there, looking at the title screen. RIP. Oh, fucking acid reflux is killing me. Alright, well. What the fuck? I could go AFK battle. What to do, what to do, what to do. This game. Who knows, maybe I should make a fucking beginner's guide and review and all that stuff. Maybe I'll do that at some point, but I doubt it. I already checked all these. I don't know why I'm bouncing back and forth. I know exactly why. I'm lying. Be better to just go auto battle, level up some fucking characters a little bit, and chill. Alright, let's do that, I guess.
What happened with the last submister?
He went over to the Guild Velvet's in. I forget the name again. The one that we've been jumping in on their raids. Starts with a Z, I don't know. And if you're planning on playing this game non-stop for a long time, I would consider trying to get in over there. I mean, they've got a lot of people that are willing to spend the money and the time. And that's probably a good place to be. If they get space, I would recommend going over there. Because, I mean, it's turning into a daily game for most of us. So a lot of us that aren't like that don't want to sit here and do nothing all day, we're going to play for dailies and then get off. You know? I don't see people even logging in to do Coliseum every hour. That's unlikely. But, you never know. Either way, you get the idea. of want to do rails. I'm trying to think. Where's the... There's some like 7K Habus. That's what I was coming up here for. Because the other Habu spot's kind of packed. Just want to come up here and chill. Level up some damn characters, I suppose. I got 31,000 ones up here. What the fuck? Those weren't the ones I was looking for, game. Guys, I know there's an AK one, I just can't remember where. Not that I should be in a hurry. See, I'd rather be doing low level shit, I can't lie. If you level up low level shit, you're good. I was gonna go do whales, but I'm planning on just leveling some of these dudes up, and they're like level 1, so you're gonna have a tank, and that's it. I can't think of where the hell the other Habus were. They were 7K instead of the starter ones. I remember seeing them, I just can't remember where. we still got an hour before the servers open on the Ghost Recon beta. Oh, did I just get the wrong glitch? Yes, I did. Thank you, game. Like, if you could just piss me off in any other way, I would say do it, you know? Like, why not? Like, just find different ways to piss me off. And this one can't even be fixed by doing the login screen, typically. And I don't even know if it's worth me logging the fuck back in. Just the AFK grind characters I'm not going to use. Except for, you know, it's an hour before that beta starts, so I might as well stick the fuck around. AFK grind, eat some food, watch some videos. But this will not fix it. There it goes. Running into the wall again. I'm not touching the controller at all. This fucking broken fucking game. Everything has to be a hassle with it. Hey, game. Like, you're killing me. Alright. Well, I don't know if it's really worth to start a stream just to watch me fucking eat for an hour. Dick around. Like, yeah, I'll do another Coliseum run, but otherwise I'm just gonna sit here and grind characters. It's like, fuck. Alright, be right back. Fucking restarting.